Hello there, dreamers, and welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley Ancient Aesthetics Inspiration video. Now, this one was pretty unique, pretty interesting, so I'm happy with it. I like how it's like nothing that we've did before, so I feel like this week is going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of inspired people creating some incredible designs, and we're going to look through some of them today. In case you're curious, this is my design that I made yesterday during the live stream. I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I'm proud to say I didn't even spiral, and it didn't take me hours. I think in total it took me about 1.5 hours to make this submission, which is one of the lowest times I've had on my dream snaps before. And it turned out pretty good. I think it's gonna do well. We'll see next week. But this is just one idea. Let's see what other ideas people had for this week. We have Giraffe of Betrayal. Love the name. Is this like a museum? This is a very interesting idea. It's like a museum and you entering and you're just looking around with a bird. That looks sick, by the way. Went with Medusa theme. Hopefully being indoors doesn't hurt it. I would say probably a little bit too much Maui in this shot. I feel like Maui is taking over half of the shot. Maybe if you had Maui in the back, he would not take out as much space. Maybe if you put maybe a couple of vases. There's a lot of cool vases in the game that could potentially be used as museum items. You could also have some paintings on the walls. But yeah, I like the concept. I like the concept of a museum. I didn't even think of that. Winter Dragonfly. What? A romantic tryst in an ancient spring garden. Oh, Eric, you naughty, naughty boy. This looks insane. The amount of flowers, of greenery, the colors, it's flawless. It does give ancient vibe as well. You didn't overdo it with the columns and the fountains. It looks busy, but in a good way. This is incredible. I can see this winning this whole thing. Honestly, it's so pleasant to look at. I don't see how somebody can not vote for this. It's just flawless. We have Jenny with a black and white shot. I feel like if you were gonna use black and white filter, this is probably one of those submissions where it would actually make sense. I absolutely loved this week's challenge. I had to go with an old library as I love them. I'm slightly worried that the filter may make the picture look dark, but I felt it really fit the old school theme more than a bright filter would. Tags are delicate, wondrous, plus multiple optional tags. It does. It looks like an old photograph. I feel like this challenge is the one where you want to whip out the black and white filter, especially for the shots that you might want to make look like photographs. I feel like indoor shots with black and white are going to look incredible. This is great. This is such a cool aesthetic. Rora! I've gone simple this week. Tags are high because lots of hidden items, just hoping it's not too simple that it gets lost among more detailed photos. This is incredible. You did a dream snap exactly in the same location where I did, but you did it such a different vibe. Wow. I'm impressed. It's very simple. I love the blue lights behind the arches. They're barely visible, but they add to the ambience. And the filter also fits the shot so well. This is gorgeous. We have Cole MRN. I'm in love with how this turned out. I had really bad first rough draft, so I'm really happy with how it all came together. You're wearing the same dress on the male character. I mean, to be fair, this looks good on a man as well. Wow. That is sick. Merlin's library looks so good in this. and Rapunzel Tower, like they both look like they're like dilapidated, gives you this old vibe, which fits the theme so well. This is mind-blowing. So much detail as well. This week is going to be crazy competition, but the voting also is going to be fun, so I'm happy about that. By the way, guys, this week we're going to do a stream on Saturday instead of Sunday, since Sunday is Easter and a lot of people probably going to have some plans, spend time with family. So let's do the stream on Saturday, 1 p.m. EST, as usual. Do the Discord review and all the good stuff. Cleophie Rose, A Tale as Old as Time. Everything from Merlin to mythology is on the table. It reminds me of classic books. So I went with Beauty and the Beast. A Tale as Old as Time, as the song says. I really hope it won't be seen as out of the theme, since most people have chosen ancient Greece or Merlin for their pictures. That is true. That seems to be the prevalent theme. Do you think it's too risky? I feel like for me personally, as long as it looks old and something that is not like completely not modern, it doesn't say exactly it has to be ancient. I feel like just a couple centuries old could be maybe 1 century old is already pretty ancient. Now this gives me definitely a very old vibe, like a little bit of a vintage vibe. I like it. I don't know. I honestly don't know what people want to see in this challenge. I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think? Do you think anything that's like slightly old and not fully ancient is gonna count? For me personally, this would totally count. I totally see this as an old style picture and I love it. Magister Leone, Ancient Aesthetic. Ancient, you say? Well, how about lady taking her afternoon tea in her room? Okay, I definitely get the vibe. This wallpaper looks very, very interesting in black and white. It feels like the stars are even more contrasty. This is an interesting shot. I'm gonna say it right now. This is risky. This is very, very risky. Both because of how simple the shot is, plus black and white filter, plus indoors. For this challenge, I feel like it's less risky than for regular challenge, but still, after seeing all the competition, all of the super bright detail ancient shots, it's gonna be tough to compete this week. But I'm looking forward to seeing the results because I'm always looking for the next science experiment, something to define all the odds, and I would love for you to be that person to define all the odds. The Real Pharaoh. Sword in a Stone submission. Okay, this is... Wait. For a second, I was like, is this inside of the Merlin's house? You made it look just like Merlin's house. That is interesting. I hope nobody thinks it's inside of the Merlin's house. I mean, it's not... It's much bigger. I like the vibe. I like the vibe. I feel like Merlin is pretty safe because it was literally on the banner of the challenge, so people can say it's not on theme because it's very close to the banner image. Nicely done. Nice cozy submission here. Dream Cloud. What a name. Ancient Ruins Part 2 Spiraling. Okay, so I think I've changed my shot several times. Posted further down. Filter, no filter, behind the orb, in front, and I'm just spiraling. So I've settled with this shot. Holy. That is good. That is good. I was so frustrated today with these new little devil statues because it's like you can't get them facing each other. You can't get like two of them side by side looking natural. They either gonna face the same direction. Like, I wish you could mirror one. I wish that we had like 2 versions of it mirrored, so you could actually use them in symmetrical photos. Otherwise, it's just gonna look strange where one is gonna be facing the other way. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I wish we had mirrored versions. This is nice submission. I like it. We have Merman Moana with a very dark shot. Got any advice to make it better? Okay, it's not very dark. I like the rainbow effect. It definitely has the ancient aesthetic, the armor. I'm surprised I haven't seen as many armor shots yet. Maybe I'll see more of them, but this is the first one I've seen so far. It looks pretty good. I don't know. I probably wouldn't like for this concept. I think it works pretty well. I wouldn't change a thing. Vanna Panda. What is this like a nice little? This is the beach area. You can actually see the beach, also the sunset. I'm suspecting there is a filter involved in the shot, but I'm not 100. No, I am 100% sure. It's exactly the same filter that I wanted to use in my shot, but people told me, no, you're gonna blind everybody. It's gonna be too bright. Well, it probably would be, but yeah, this shot definitely doesn't look too bright. It looks just bright enough. I think it's because the sun is in front of you. In my shot, the sun was behind, so I had a good lighting already. So with the filter, it was a little bit too blinding. But for this shot, this is perfect filter. Love it. Xander. I have often dreamed. Wow. That is, I don't know what is about this shot, but you get his story. You get, like, you feel connected to this character, to this scene. Even though it doesn't have great lighting. Well, it has okay lighting for the night shot. Doesn't have super bright colors, doesn't have symmetry, doesn't have fancy poses. But somehow you just feel connected to the shot. You get sucked into it. This is great. I hope you do well. I hope you do well. This is amazing. Lady Skywalker. Ancient Aesthetics. For those about to die. Salute you. Oh, is that like a duel to the death between you and Scar? And scorpions? Wow, the scorpions actually add a lot to this shot. This is so cool. I love the concept of this. I would love to know the results. We have Rocket with Ancient Egypt. I wanted to create a scene that emulated ancient Egyptian times, as I've always found it interesting. I went with my desert hotel palace and tweaked the scene to make it more like an ancient Egypt. I love being able to incorporate the new Hercules items as well. I was able to make them fit the theme. I dressed my avatar to look like Cleopatra as much as I could, and included the snake, the snake critter, along with the woman basket up front, where she took it out. That looks so good. It does look like Cleopatra, and it does give the Egypt vibes. Wow, it looks like a what? Wow, that is actually perfect to use for the house skin. Wow, this is different. This is completely different vibe. It still looks ancient. It's just ancient Egypt and not ancient Rome or ancient Greece. That is incredible. Nicely done, Rocket. You nailed it. Okay, let's see what Nolan is up to this week. Ancient Aesthetics, Medusa. Updated version in the end. I waited so long for the full moon. And in the end, it ruined the photo. Lesson learned. Don't use the fog moon. Oh boy, what happened here? Also, what do you mean waited for the full moon? I didn't know you could wait for the full moon. And why not break the game, right? Oh, have you seen Nolan posted a trick how to get the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time? That kind of looks illegal. Honestly, it looks illegal, but that's a pretty cool trick. And here's the final version. Yeah. All you needed in this shot was just the moon. Also, the sparkles and the candles on the foreground are just so good. Wow, Nolan, what are you doing? You're gonna rob us all from our moonstones. This submission is gorgeous. I can see this in top 10, easy. Juliana with Little Pompeii. I wanted to go for exotic paradise, like what Pompeii might have looked like long time ago. Mr. Vesuvius. Oh, mountain. Mountain Vesuvius erupted and it was burned to ashes. I like how it turned out. The little crocodile peeking his head in the shot was too good not to take the shot. Good thing I was ready for him. Most of the time, I'm not ready and miss those little opportunities. Okay, to be fair, without the context, I would probably not get the Vesuvius reference, but it makes sense. Like, once you say it, it does make sense. You do have a giant mountain on the background, and it's like a little paradise about to get decimated, and it, like, the purple glow on the back just adds to the vibe. I just hope people see it. But honestly, even without knowing the context, it still looks great. It still has a very nice ancient vibe to it. Nicely done. Keloth! What? Another one of the desert ones. You have Rapunzel and Gaston shopping. A little monkey in the front is just too good. It's just too good. And the Merlin is there. Everybody's shopping. And I don't even mind the empty space in the middle. I feel like it makes sense. Everything in the shot makes sense. This is so good. Nicely done, Keloth. Starsea, inspired by Atlantis. I love this movie. It was a great pleasure. Outfit inspired by Princess Kida. Wish me luck. White hair looks so good on a character. Why did I never have a white hair like that? This is gorgeous. Wow, a lot of people made a Dreamsnap in this area, but I haven't seen so far two like very similar ones. Everybody has their own vibe going in the shot, and this is what I love about Dreamsnaps. You can take the same area for the same theme and still manage to make completely different vibe shots. That's so cool. I love this shot. It's awesome. Jade Eager. I need to somehow add some men and get a snake companion that I'll be finished. Not sure if reference is clear. Went more into mythology side of it. Whoa! Your tags are so low. I highly recommend you hide a couple small items behind statues, pedestals, mirrors, anywhere you can. Hide as many tags as you can. 9 and 9 is not. It's not high. I love the shot so much. I don't want a chance for it not to get the moonstones it deserves because of the low tags. Oh, and here's the final version. And everybody. Wait, I need a little refresher. Gazing into Medusa's eyes could turn person into stone. Oh, and Eric did, and now he's stone. Poor Eric. He just such a stud. He couldn't take his eyes away from a pretty lady. And now he's a stone. The positioning in here is so perfect. Wow. Genius. Absolute genius. Malin Gaming, not having high hopes for this one, having a burnt out week. I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. One little touch though, I would turn those lamps on. Other than that, this shot is gorgeous. I was curious if anybody would use the Fountain of Youth for this shot, and you have a very, very solid submission. Just turn those lights on, and it's gonna be very, very high chance of 4K, I think. Shiny Klefki, Ancient Aesthetics. This is the first Dreamsnap I've made from scratch in a really long time. Pretty much everything else I've made recently has been an area I already had designed that I slightly modified, but this one started as an empty patch of grass, so hopefully the extra effort pays off. Oh, that sunset is gorgeous. Okay, love the use of the Ever Gem in the foreground. Those gems look so good when just put in a string like that. That's a cool vibe. I love this shot. Nicely done. Alright guys, I think this is all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thanks for all the support. I hope you got inspired from this. Lots of incredible, super different submissions. Absolutely blows my mind how you can take the same theme and just make so many different looking shots, so many different ideas. It's incredible. I love Dreamsnaps. And also, just a little reminder, don't forget to upload your submission to Dreamers Portal. There's more features coming very soon. I'm finishing up the moderation update that's going to allow you to report certain users or Dreamsnaps if you find anybody being inappropriate in any way. So with that in place, we'll be ready to add some new super cool user features to the website. So would love to see you there. The link in the description. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.